Alright everyone, welcome back to another playthrough of Citizen Sleeper. I think we're on episode 8 or 9 at the moment. I have lost track. But here we are. If I remember from last time, it has been a few days since I did the last recording. We have completed the rocket. And I did not get the guy and his daughter into the engineering team for the rocket lottery, and that's totally my fault. I didn't think I had to do that first before completing the rocket. So yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. What's happening over here in the shipyard? Side reel draw. Oh yeah, there's the draw for the colony stuff. Right. So, okay, empty container, nothing's happening there. I do have a ship mind from the vending machine. And I think we may have finished the hunter quest at the moment, because there's no more hunter bar. But killer, which is the contact thing for the hunters, is not around for some reason. So I'm not sure if there's anything left for me to do regarding that, and maybe I can use this ship mine for something else. Not sure. And then there's Ethan from the bar. Ethan is now, I think, working at the bar to pay off his debt. We can help him out with that for protection, because apparently there's still someone after us. We have also unlocked a new area, and I think this might be the final area of this game. What's going on here? Fang. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to Fang. So I think at the end of the last episode, I was just finishing a cycle a day, and then Ethan came knocking at my door talking about his situation and what might happen next. So that's what happened, and I think Fang was also getting ready to do his thing at the same time. There is one thing over here. Escape XPR ship. Apparently this is a post-game thing, so we're not going to be touching that as far as I can tell. Yeah, there's nothing else at this end of the station. Whatever happened here, either this is the actual end or something broke off. So I guess since we're here, let's check on Fang and see what he's got going on. When you enter the service dock, Feng is already set up, crouched among stacks of equipment. He is leaning over a terminal, bathed in a blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out not everyone in Havenge is set against me. A couple of my old systems pals managed to ship me some of my old gear. He gestures at the pile of blinking hardware. Nice kid. The mess is here. Don't question the process, Sleeper. So what are we looking at? Any updates? One massive smoking gun. He raises eyebrows. Feng beckons you over. He has a set of scans of the ways on his terminal, with heat maps of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with bright red and orange marks. Does this look like a wasteland to you? Feng shakes his head. There's hundreds of convoy machines out there, all lined up in concealed hangars, and a whole underground facility to support them. Right, so I think Conway is the construction company that the leader of Havenage, I think, is in contact with for I don't know what reason. Fang doesn't seem to like it. Of course, old grudge with family and whatnot, but I'm still not sure exactly what is happening here. So, well, I guess we'll see at the end of this storyline. Hardin has got a crew out there putting them together. They must have shipped them in piece by piece through the shipyard, ready for assembly out here. Why? They're planning something. No one needs hundreds of heavy-duty reclamation drones to run this kind of operation. Maybe Hardin masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the waste, but there's no way this is about pulling scrap off the eye. Feng looks worried. And why is Conway in the mix? I bet no one in Havenage knows another corporation setting up on the station. They aren't stupid either. These scans are the best info I can get. The waves are cut off from the ice clouds of network, and the greenway is a total dark zone. No data can come in or out. Can come in or out. We can't hack them? We can't from here. He turns and winks. That's why I'm gonna pay them a visit. How? You forget. Havenage come in and out of there all cycle. I should be able to get in. As long as no one knows, as long as no one I know sees me. He grimaces playfully. But I need you on the outside to help disable security systems and cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but I can get inside. But if I can get inside, I can open up the nodes in the network and we can work in tandem. It's a massive facility, buried deep down there. Miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around cargo bays and hangars, so it'll take more than a few cycles to work through it. But as long as you can keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. He pulls a handful of ripper worms from his pocket and hands them to you. These are the last of my little helpers I managed to salvage, so make them count. I modified them slightly. This time, they'll feed their data threads back into the system that they're tunneling into, creating a nasty little feedback loop. We run it just like we did it with the agents. Hack the nodes I pinged to locate the ports for the security system. Then slot the worms in those systems and let them go to town. He points to a fuzzy silhouette of the buried facility on the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can get access and slot the first worm. That'll fry the perimeter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility after you kick things off. You see me pop up a security screen, a server bank, you need to break in and slot a ripper to disable it as soon as you can. And if I can't? Fang gives you a hard look. You miss the system, you wait too long, they're gonna find me, simple as that. He claps you on the shoulder. I need you focused on this one, so I'm going to let you fire the starting gun. I won't go until you slot that first worm. I'll leave a tracker running in the terminal here, so come back here if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats the top of the screen. Okay, well, it sounds risky. Risky? This is audacious at least. He grins. Wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't. Fang gets up. It's all in place. You just need to make your own preparations, then slot that worm. He stretches. Just don't wait too long. I'm getting bored of all this sneaking around. Once I'm inside, I'll get the proof we need to end this whole thing, no matter what. He crouches to check the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing. Remember that. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. He lowers his voice. If I get caught, or you can't reach me, or we run out of time, there's one thing you need to do. What is it? You take whatever I have managed to pull at that point, all that data, and you slot that stuff straight into the relay I've set up here. He points to pile servers and terminals, hooked into the dock with cables as thick as your arm. I repurpose the dock's SOS broadcast system to beam out whatever you put in. Anyone with a terminal, a slate, or a server on the eye will see it. That means Havenage, Yatagan, the hub, everyone. No matter what, Hardin isn't sneaking away this time. Snaking away this time. He grins. I've got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot that first worm, I'll make my move. He gives you a parting smile and turns back to the terminal. The nerves hit you as you make your way out to the service dock. Time to prepare yourself. Okay, we have a time limit on this one. Interesting. Wait, so I didn't catch all that? What did he want me to do? Is there something to do in this section? Is it this? Convoy access? I got the Ripper Worm. Sliding the first worm will allow Fang to access the facility. You'll need to be ready to give this all your attention. Okay. I guess we started. This has been one long quest. I just hope whatever this is worth it at the end. Okay. Action unavailable. What do we do next? As you slot the worm, a thread jumps up out of the facility. It unspools in front of you, releasing its data like ink in water. Sleeper. Fang's voice crackles through, moving in. Nodes, then ports. A whir of interference. Slot the worms. Timer starts now. Stay safe. The thread dissipates. You're on your own now. Okay. Do I even have any dice for this? No, I do not! Oh wait, if I use this... Oh no, I can't. Oh, I can't do that one either. Oh crap. Oh, do I have points for upgrades? Do I have upgrade points? I can't even see if I have upgrade points. Because the thing on the side doesn't show up. Okay, well... I would like to do that. Okay, upgrades available. We have 1 point. We have 1 point. I need more than 1 point. Where is interface? Interface. I need 5 points. 4 points, actually. 4 points. Where the heck am I gonna get 4 points? What am I supposed to do there? Okay, well, that is a pickle. This is a pickle. Okay. I can't do anything this turn. And I think I used up my repair item, and I'm already at 3 dice. So, what does that mean? I think that means I can't really do a whole lot. Unless I roll low, which I'm gonna have to roll low. Well, what do? I don't really want to pay the 80 right now, but at least I don't have to worry too much about stuff. So I guess I'll go ahead and get the... Oh, it's 64. You know what? I'll take it. I may as well buy that now. I'll use it as soon as I can. Alright, we also repaired this thing. We repaired a apartment. It doesn't do any, it's not much more improved than the little shack we were in before, but we can feed a stray. So I guess that counts for something. Sunbathe perk. Sunbathe perk. What if we do that? Safe. Okay, we got +1 energy. That's good. Maywick. Ethan says Maywick's on their way. You need to leave the station, get protection, or disable your tracker before they arrive. Yeah, we're kind of working on that right now. So, how long does it take for me to do his thing? 3, 6, 12. We need 12 from him. The ship over here is filling on its own. I feel like the ship might finish first before whatever the heck I need to do here. But I guess if we want progress on stuff, I may want to help Ethan out. I can't do anything with Bang because I don't have the dice, so I guess we'll just help him out for a little bit. I do hope I get some money for this. No, we just help him with his debt, that's it. And the most you can do is 2 progress each. I see. Alright, can I feed the cat? Let's feed the cat. Feed the cat for today? Is that how it works? I'm not entirely sure, but I don't have much money. And I don't really want to use a stabilizer yet, but I need all the dice I can get. So, stabilizer time. Where can I even get money at this point? I'm thinking maybe the... Where can I get money at this point? I guess the bar. The bar is probably one of the few places I can get money now. Alright, let's leave. Let's do the Ripper Worms first. Okay. Greenway Cipher, that's not what I need. This way, Consec? So we got a 2, use the 2. Extract that. Port location, okay. Do we do another one? We do another Ripper? Okay. Alright, security layer disabled. Oh geez, now we have multiple stuff here. A 3 or a 5? 5 is asking for a lot. I'm gonna have to use a 3 then. And I don't even have a 5 anyway. Okay. Got another port. We gotta do this one too. We have a 4, so we'll use a 4. Holy crap, they are asking for big stuff. Okay. Is this another Ripper? Okay, another Ripper. I probably can't do more today. Yeah, I can't do more today. Oh wait, actually no, I can. Holy crap, I wasn't expecting a 6. Bypass that. Rip that. Yeah, you definitely need to like focus with the dice in this portion. Oh crap, I guess I gotta use another 6. There we go. And I am out of dice. Alright, so there's one more thing here, and we got one more Ripper. I'm hoping we can do that the next day. And I do probably want to get fed. Can I? Buy rations? And then there's the bar shift. Okay, let's get some food. Don't have much money at the moment. I can probably sell the ship mine. I probably don't need that. Don't want to deal with the ambergris at the moment. I think that's like another protection quest line, but I can't really do anything. Wait, what am I doing here? We need to go home. We need to go home. And probably sleep. If you buy crackers and put them down, the stray will always come. That doesn't mean they will like you, though. They are a cat. Okay, I'm gonna put some money, but I don't know if this is gonna help me with anything. The stray crunches up the crackers as you watch. Sometimes I'll let you stroke them, sometimes not. Okay. Do I do it again? Okay, I really don't know if that does anything, but... You aren't finished with this cycle? Complete the active scenes? What active scenes? What do I need to do? What can I do? Oh, this one! The crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard, and you recognize faces among them. People you have worked alongside on the side reel. The intervening cycles had turned their excitement to anxiety, and few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. When you spot them at the fringes, Lem and Mina, then you spot them at the fringes, Lem and Mina. They're standing, Lem carrying Mina, staring across the crowd to the entrance to the shipyard. Did they know the draw was today? Approach them, avoid them. I don't know if I should feel guilty that I didn't help them. I didn't think it was going to happen that way, but let's see if they have anything for me. Lem? You cross to where they are standing. Hey, Sleeper. Lem looks suspicious. I was waiting for the work assignment. You know what's going on? Today's the draw, I guess. His face falls. Then we didn't make it. He looks down at Mina, who yawns loudly. Clearly bored of this place after so many days of waiting with her father for a work assignment. He looks back at you and opens his mouth to speak, then thinks better of it. We better go. He starts to gather his things. Thanks for telling us. He nods and slips out. You watch him go and turn back to the crowd, trying not to think of how he must be feeling right now. You pick a spot towards the middle, out of the crush of the front, but close enough to observe. The sounds of an argument behind you ratchets up the tension. This all starts to feel like a very bad idea. The disaster Enghart of the Celis Foundation. The announcement echoes from the speakers to the shipyard entrance. The shouts of "Quiet!" rapidly follow. I'm sorry I can't be there to meet you all, and thank you on behalf of Sender Celis for the work you have done on the sidereal horizon. Most of the crowd strains to see Aster's face, but the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. Senders wanted me to pass on her personal thanks to your commitment to and belief in the Celis Foundation's mission. We chose the Eye for this project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the Venerable Havenage Association. Unlike most of the core, we neither believe Erlin's Eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but instead an embryo for the formation of a new decentralized social structure, one where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny. A ripple of impatience runs through the crowd. They didn't come here for a sermon. You are all pioneers, just like those core citizens who the sidereal horizon will carry, in cryogenic sleep to the planet that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1. At the mention of the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. As a reward for those efforts, you may know that we are offering a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, the staff of the Sidereal Horizon who will maintain the vessel during this multi-decade transit through interstellar space. This draw has been performed at random by the central AIs of the Foundation, and is final and binding. Please note only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for this draw. I know you all have been eagerly waiting this day, and without further delay, I will now read the Celis identification numbers of those chosen for this great honor. A murmur runs through the crowd. Celis identification numbers? Licensed contractors? You have never even heard the term before, the term mentioned. Is this something you were supposed to be assigned? All around you, people are speaking in hushed tones like a rising wave. Did we just get duped? It's like, did we get duped, or did they not mention that when we got hired? Aster starts reading out sequences of numbers and letters, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what is happening. Somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forward. Someone throws something at the entrance that rattles against the shipyard doors. You see, for the first time, Havenage security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger rising in the crowd. You feel the anger rising in you too. They screwed you, screwed all of you. You were never even on the list. The feeling is as pleasant as it is familiar. Push forward. You let the anger take you and carry you forward with the surging crowd. The squeeze is heavy. The shouts call out from around you in a chorus. The crowd becomes a blur of faces, all angry, all confused. You aren't in control anymore. The crowd moves you. You see the fear on the faces of the security as they are backed against the wall. One of them backs into the display they wheeled out for Aster's speech, and it falls, smashing across the floor. Projectiles fly from swung arms, and one catches you in the back of the head, and you stumble forward and are pushed aside. The blur intensifies, and you stumble, spinning between bodies until you fall out of one side of the crowd and slam into a wall. You catch your breath there, and watch as the crowd pushes forward and back against a shipyard wall. Suddenly the anger fades and fear takes its place. The crowd beats itself once more against the wall. It's time you go. You limp away, head down. As the security sirens sound out, a signal for the coming violence. Well, I guess it's a good thing that we didn't help Lem and his kid, because none of us would have been eligible anyway. So what the heck is this countdown for? What the heck is that countdown for? Did we just like sneak into this thing? Is being a stowaway even possible? I don't even know. Wow, really? Wow. Key detail missed. Weren't even official employees. I guess we either have to help Ethan and do the Feng quest at this point. That's probably our best bet. I don't even know what to do anymore. Alright, let's just hope this is enough. Greenway Gate, Consec. I need a 3 or a 5. I have plenty of 5s. Oh, actually no, we have a 3. I guess let's do a 5, because I do have plenty of 5s. Alright. And then our last Ripper. I'm hoping this is worth it. A thread from the facility cuts through the cloud like a hairline crack of light. That's it, the final layer of security broken. Somewhere buried in the depths of the station, Feng is in control. He is slicing into the camera control circuits and piping out the result. The thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene. 2 figures in the room, one sat, the other pacing. The pacing figure resolves into Hardin, the unmistakable superior posture, the shock of gray hair. The second figure's features don't seem to resolve. They are vague, unformed. A problem with the data, perhaps. You look closer. When you see it, the figure is a proxy. Perhaps you should have expected it from Conway, a corporation whose very existence is owed to automation. The proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by remote connection. Someone elsewhere in the system puppeteering it with their own body, speaking so it may speak. The proxy sits impassively, or the Conway executive that is piloting them does, from the distant safety of some ship or orbital colony, perhaps. We can move forward, there is no doubt, Hardin is saying. The reclamation teams are almost ready, and after that I will make the declaration. Nothing has to change. The proxy leans forward, its movement stilted, uneven, as if its body was being refracted through water. But things must change, Hardin. We need further assurances, and I've been informed of a breach in one of the closed networks in the low end. You have been careless. Hardin waves the accusation away. We have been stretched. A breach was detected, yes, but no data of value was lost. Our board is concerned, Hardin. A drop in our value would be unwelcome at this time. The proxy leans back, its posture dominant. If the reclamation of AE-1 is contested, then we could be drawn into a compromising legal position. Hardin approaches the proxy. There will be no contest. Not from Solheim, who cannot muster a defense. Not from Havenage, who will fall into line below me. He crouches in front of the seated figure, eye to eye, and the people of the station, refugees, gangs, spacers, all either opportunists or degenerates. Havenage is no longer strong, no longer united. No one here believes in Erling's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. I sat across from him at the negotiating table. He was forceful, eager, weakened by his ideological convictions perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The eye is crippled. It cannot survive. It is a ruin filled with squatters and outlaws. They'll be lucky if it still spins in 100 cycles. Hardin stands. You will move forward with the reclamation because otherwise you will lose your advantage in the system. Without your advantage, you will lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without the palladium, your factories will go dark. He pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment. Comes a response from the proxy, and its head drops to its chest. Hardin steps back and paces once more, awaiting the discussion taking place elsewhere in the system. You watch Hardin as he paces, and he considers his future. What goes on within a mind like that? In the mind of a man who would burn all those around him for a path to some imagined golden thread. The proxy lifts his head. We are happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station formerly known as Solheim AE-1 as salvage within 6 cycles. Havenage is to assist with the transport of the illegal residents to Conway housing and labor facilities. The proxy judders to its feet. Conway will also claim 70% of the raw output of the reclamation process, after losses have been accounted for. Hardin nods. I accept. The proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. You watch it play out a second time, gripped by a horrified fascination. There's a bluntness to the conversation, to its blatant disregard for humans as anything other than objects. Things to be moved, to be used, to be fed into structures, crushed, and losses accounted for in the cells of tables and margins of ledgers. You realize now that you are no different than anyone else on his station in the eyes of the people in that room, and those like them. Each body here can be recast as a piece of property, a tool, an expense, an acceptable loss. In one moment, they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and in another, the very idea of citizenship can be used against them. That is what it means to live in proximity to a system like this. No longer, not while the eye spins. You gather the recording, pack it into a polygon of purest light. Then you drift down into the service dock like a falling leaf and find the relay. It only takes a second to place a polygon of data, that recording, into the relay system Feng prepared. And then you watch as it bursts out, a web of threads, heading out into the black, to every network device on the eye. Let them see what power makes of a man. Is that the end of it? Okay, I guess that's the end of that, quest. Disable your tracker, wait for Feng to return. Right, so where the heck is Feng at this point? I don't even know where he is. I did his dirty work for pretty much the entire game. Get this freaking tracker off me. I guess he's not there. I do have a little bit of money left. Do I want to try to gamble for a ship mind? I cannot gamble for a ship mind. I do need some money for food. But I think also I might want to try to help Ethan. As much as I don't want to. Let's just see where this takes us. I'll use 2 dice on him. And then use the rest of the dice on, I guess, the... Oh, what's this one? Feng's Bay. He's gonna be here in 2 cycles. Building is chaotic, most of it's so locked down. No one will give you a straight answer about Feng or Harden. Yeah, so I got... do I want to turn in the data I have? I know I don't want to turn the ship mind in. I guess we go to the bar. See if this gives me any money. Okay, we actually get some decent money out of that. Nice. You know what? I'm gonna do this another time. And we are good for now. I guess let's try gambling on parts here. Please give me a ship mine. Ooh, ship mine fragment grabbed. Nice, that's what I need. Fabricator. We'll put that in. And we got another ship mine. So we have the Neoven ship mine and we have the ship mine core. I haven't touched the ambergris in a while, so this is hopefully something that they'll be appreciating. Okay, stranded mercenary, will you help us too? You drop the ship mine core into the galley table and with an empathetic bang. Ankita spins around from where she's been pouring some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper, did you actually land a ship mine? She rushes over and hefts a huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well shit, this might actually work. She smiles wider than you've ever seen. Where'd you buy it? I built it. Built it. Well, well, you are full of surprises. Akita bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The Sleeper got you a new ship mind. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Ankita puts the ship mind back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back toward the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my good karma is finally coming in. She throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers, nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit timetable. I found them. Found who? My crew. She points out a name on the list, or more specifically, Ashton Cade. It was his pass that was used to access Amber and slice the ship mine. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen, or his pass stolen. But it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. How do you know? I know some of my crew over at the ferry. Old mercs used to run in an outfit I work with. I saw them in the overlook and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifest and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft. Anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway to go to ground. She flexes. He won't get far though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the ways. So what now? Now I fit the ship mine. That's the first priority. She pauses. But maybe you could help me out. Where's this going? It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury himself so deep in the waste, no one will ever find him. But you, Ashton doesn't know you. All I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not the stacks. He will have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him, you locate him. Pay me on this. She hands you a comm earpiece. Seeing as this is merc work, I'll be happy to give you merc pay. She shifts in her seat. The thing is, I haven't got much left, so how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this coward, I'll pay up. 200 cryo, nothing less. What do you say? Sure. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good, I owe you. She lifts the ship mine and up onto her shoulder with worrying ease. I'm going to get this fitted into Amber's core. You get any info, any sense of where Ashton is hiding, let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. Akira stomps off into the guts of Amber with the ship mine, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending at what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either, and you said you were going to get me a discount for going over to the other side? Dang. Maybe I should have done that sooner. Maybe I should have done that sooner. Work for Rabia, Emphis, Ethan's protection, Flotilla aid, find Ashton. Well, I don't really think I can do that at the moment, but let's see what's on the other side, so that I probably have an idea what we can look out for. Greenway, commune, wild margins. Of course, it would be that one. Oh, we need progress on this. I see. Looking for tracks, search for signalists. Well, I think my priority right now is since I have to wait for Feng, and then there is also Ethan. So Ethan, I'm gonna help out first, and then we'll probably do the other one later. Alright. What are we looking at right now? We have quite a bit of time before the big guy comes. Feng is next turn. Yeah, Feng is next turn, and Ethan, I think we can finish that off now, actually. Let's see. Let's get you the 6. And then we'll get you the 4. Alright, Ethan, you better, what do you call this? Make good on your word. They are never gonna release my debt. The shits. Ethan kicks out a locker and the sound rattles loudly around the room. Ethan paces around the small room, swearing to himself. You watch him from the locker room bench. Calm down, they'll do it. Why not? Why not? He spits on the floor, an old habit. They like having sniveling little shits like us to work their club. Saves on the overheads and they get to boss us around. He kicks the locker again and swears. So, what did they say? Some shit about getting back to me? I swear to gods, these are the most straight-edged gangsters I've ever seen. He laughs at his own joke. I can't do it. I can't spend another shift stopping spacers bringing nail guns into the club or pouring endless shots of grill for ignorant Havenage work crews. He looks at the locker again, threatening it with a final kick. I mean it. I'm going up there and shoot every single one of those shits. He makes a finger gun. Hold on. Don't get all excited. I haven't got my gun, remember? He stops spacing. But you know, Sleeper, that's not a bad idea you got there. I didn't have an idea. He ignores you. I don't mean shooting up the place, I mean getting the gun. He sits beside you on the bench. Think about it. What am I supposed to do when Maywick gets here? Shout him down? I need that gun if you want me to keep my end of the deal. It's simple. An explosive personality for a distraction at the front. He places a hand on his own chest. A sneaky sleeper to go into the back. He pats your chest. It's stupid. What about the dead? We've done our time. And the wounds, they've faded. If they don't notice us take the gun, they'll never know it's gone. Plus, he stands up. After my distraction, they'll be happy to see the back of me. Or they'll want you dead even more. Either works. At least I'd never have to see the inside of the shithole again. He gives the locker one last kick, for good luck. Let me know when you want to do this. Then we both move as one, and meet up in the Bright Market after. But don't take too long, I really will shoot this place up. He grins. You know I'll do it. Okay then. Is there an actual time limit? Wait, grab the gun. It's a critical action. So it needs to work. I can't have a negative. No, we ain't doing that one. I guess we'll... do I need money? Do I need money? Do I go investigate this other thing? We'll probably do the gun grabbing next turn. But, jeez, I wasn't expecting to have to do that. Repeatable action interface? Sure, let's do this one. Okay. We track. More tracking. Oh wow, I'm surprised none of those failed. It's not good progress, but it's at least some progress. Alright, get to sleep. Okay, Feng should be ready, and we should also be able to get the gun. I think I'll visit Feng first before doing anything else. Feng grins at you at the bay door as the bay door slides open. Above, in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meetings after endless meeting. Havenage have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Feng is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you even have the chance to greet him. That was the slickest operation this station... What? That was the slickest operation this station has seen! He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you by the shoulders. I'm so proud. And he smiles. I got to watch through the cameras as having security that weren't in on it assaulted the station. Feng smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Hardin with her pistol. It was beautiful. They have him? What are they gonna do with him? I'm not sure anyone knows, but he is cooperating with dismantling his operation and scaring off Conway. Maybe they'll exile him when they're done, or hand him over to some core authority. Feng shrugs. Now I know he won't be an issue. I'm going to be focusing on systems for a bit. He shakes his head, seeing as that's my actual job. He points to the ceiling. The people upstairs weren't so happy though. They've been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. Is it true? Feng looks at you directly. Not if we don't want it to be. He touches a stack of hardware. The eye is old, and it was never meant to run like this. The master control points that Erlin and Havenage installed, they keep it spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. But if you're asking if the eye will stop spinning next cycle, no. He smiles. And me and a ton of other skilled people will be working to stop it happening in the cycle after that. Hardin's problem was that he didn't believe in people. He believed in systems, and their ability to shape the world around them. Feng squeezes your shoulder. But as far as I'm concerned, people should be the ones running the system, not the other way around. Anyway, Feng raps on the side of his terminal. I know you didn't come here for a lecture. Yeah, my tracker. I've been helping you all this time. Can we get rid of it? I haven't forgotten. He produces a thumbnail drive. I managed to finish that code solution I showed you. It's a modified Ripper worm, one made to deactivate that tracker of yours. But in the time since I got back, I added something extra. The tracker of yours doesn't just show SNR where you're at. It transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. My worm won't just deactivate it. I'll edit that data to tell SNR your body is irreparably damaged. DNR, do not retrieve. He smiles broadly. Pretty smart, right? That's perfect. Just slide it already. You take the drive and hold it into your hand. Then you close your eye and open up the access ports. Take down your defenses. The worm immediately enters your closed network. It whips through it, taking things with it as it goes. The moment they are gone, you forget they were ever there. They just blink out of existence. A second later, it is done. You open your eyes. How do you feel? Asks Feng, a little nervously. The same. Give it time. He pats you on the shoulder and looks at his terminal. The log tells me it works, so feel it or not, you are free. Feng lets the word free hang in the air a little before he continues. Seems like it might be finally time for celebration. Feng wraps his arm around you. Jenna still owes us those drinks. He laughs and you join him. And later, when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the eye, up at the hub and the other rim beyond it. The whole thing twinkles with lights, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels, in that moment, like something eternal. That doesn't mean it can, or even should, last forever, or that it will never change, fade, or decay. It simply means at this moment, this place is a future, and it is one that you know, deeply and truly, is worth protecting. Okay, we did that. I feel like that's a huge thing. Oh, the ship is gone. Oh, the ship is no longer here. Oh, okay. Well, we wouldn't be able to get on the ship anyway, so... Well, with that done... What? Okay, I still don't have the... Well, maybe I can do it with a 4. I have 4 points, speaking of. What do I do now? Aren't finished with the cycle. No, we're gonna grab the gun. I think we can do that. The compressor is almost empty when you enter. A couple of scattered patrons in the booths and a lone bartender. The bartender recognizes you immediately when you arrive and nods, and you return the greeting. You already know that you won't find Ethan here, but you had to be sure. With your tracker reporting you dead, he wouldn't have stuck around. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can imagine him on it with his slate chirps, when his slate chirps, letting him know that the target he was tracking is dead. You can imagine the screaming and the swearing too. Is that all you were to Ethan? Another target? Or was there something else going on? It seems like a foolish question to ask now when he has fled the station, but it bothers you anyway. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you will ever come back to this place or the memories it holds. You walk out into the lights of the bright market and allow yourself a smile. So this is what Feng meant when he said you were free. You could get used to this. Okay. So no more having to help him. What about the other stuff that I need to do? Okay, we don't have to worry about that other bounty hunter anymore. What about this other thing that I was tasked to do? I guess we can still do this one. Or I can also, like, hack people, get that for money, but I don't even know if that means anything at this point. Because the options were escape, get rid of the tracker, or find protection. But since we did that, what is there left to do? I guess we have a slew of other things here that we still could do. Mushrooms, Yatagan Enforcer stuff. But if we don't need to do them, What else do we have? I'm gonna go ahead and extract data for the low dice and turn those in because I don't think we need those for anything. But we can always turn in them for money, and money is nice to have. Okay, we have 3 dice. 3 dice and not a whole lot of targets to use it on. Extract. Okay. Where can I turn this in? Office, caster... I think over here. Yeah, Yatagan stuff. I mean, we get money for this. No progress, but money is money. I may as well turn in what I have. I guess we'll find out what happens after we sleep. Are we free? Do we do anything else? It's not like we have to leave anymore. So, what can we do? What should we do? I'm gonna go ahead and try to track this guy just in case it means something after the freedom that we just earned. Ooh, there's that. Oh, there's the energy minus. Oh, jeez. Ouch. Failure after failure? Are you serious? Wasn't expecting that. Okay, we are gonna need some food. Where's the food? Food's over here. Yeah. Okay, well, let's sleep and see what the next day brings us, I suppose. Do we feed again? I am not sure what is happening. Is there anything left for us to do? Huh. I guess we can still help the bounty hunter up. I guess let's also eat something just in case. I don't want to, like, get my condition so down because of something stupid. Honestly, though, what am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do now? I'm not sure. What's this over here? Oh, gather scrap, right. We could have done that, too. I mean, there's still a few things left, but we're free. So what does that mean for the game? Alright. Tracking. Ooh, +3 action? May as well keep pushing. Yeah, energy minus, I was expecting that. Ooh, there we go. The trail ahead extends deep into the overgrown section of the greenway. At this far end of the ring, where the long, lazy curve of the greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the waste, things are oddly quiet. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from its axis by rust or force, and lying amongst the overgrown landscapes like an ancient temple. It is stained with moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen, brackish tide. This is where Ashen is hiding. You're pretty sure. All your intuition points to the shadows beneath this collapsed superstructure. You roll the comm headset Ankita gave you in your palm. You slip the headset into your ear and it fizzes with a static. After a few moments you hear Ankita. Sleeper, have you located the target? A doubt enters your mind. Can you be sure he is there? Can you be sure he's there? I guess let's give it a shot. Yeah, come now. Copy. Hold tight until I get there. The static cuts out. The channel dead. You hold your position and watch the trail. Ahead the stars wheel with the motion of the eye, and your mind wanders. You try to imagine what this place looked like before the collapse. All ordered rows of crops, corporate pleasure gardens, glowing farm stacks. Now it is a wilderness, a strange overgrown biosphere bordered by the void of space. You smile, despite everything. It seems like an improvement. Sleeper. Ankita's hiss brings you out of your reverie. Is he in the collapsed stack? I think so. She gives you a look. You better be right. Well, there's no way that I'm following that trail. If he's up there, he'll have eyes on that for sure. He glances across the landscape. Let's keep to the undergrowth, work our way around. She heads off towards the central spine of the greenway, with you following close behind. It is slow going there, where the overgrowth meets the middle wall, but it is also concealed. It is so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof above. Ankita somehow seems to know where to go. Ankita works her way through the dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It is exhausting and you desperately want to rest, but Ankita shows no signs of letting up. Up ahead, there's a faint glow from the collapsed stack. Ankita leads you around the side to a broken tank. You both step through the opening, trying to avoid the broken glass that sits among the moss and algae. You work your way up the slanted tank. Ankita is setting a deliberate pace. Somewhere water drips, and you swear you hear birdsong. Hanging plants catch the light, coating the place in a pale sickly green. Ankita reaches the edge of the tank, where it meets the central drum, and holds a hand for you to stop. You inch forward and look over the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern, with plants growing on all sides, and wet mossy islands at its base. It is beautiful, and for a moment you can't see anything but tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. In a faint circle of light descending down through the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. They're surrounded by crates, and beside them, one of the mossy islands, there's an object. A cylinder set on a trap. It is connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the ones that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They are twisted, broken open, wrong. You look away. Ankita doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at the sleeper. She fixes her eye on the object. That's Amber's ship mine, she says. And you suddenly recognize the cylinder. Wait, so who is... You turn to Ankita to speak, but she's already gone. She drops off the edge of the tank and lands on one of the mossy islands, her armor letting out a hiss as it absorbs the impact. The shot hits her shoulder piece, the ceramic armor cracking but holding as she braces into the impact. Then she launches herself forward, the now activated armor launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover of the crates beside the sleeper. Shit. You hear the shout from one of the tanks high on the far wall. Ankita reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between the ship mine and the sleeper. What is she doing? You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head. She screams at the wall of tanks. You shiver the suggestion. Stop. Quiet, sleeper, Ankita shouts. A shot rips through the moss behind you, filling your vision with green. The shooter must be somewhere on the other side of the tank. Do that again and I'll swear to God I'll tear the head off. Ankita shouts to them. Sleeper, you stay down. There's a long pause. All you can hear is a dripping of the water running down the walls of the drum. Then Ashton calls out. Oh, we actually get to see the guy. I'm coming down, Ankita. Don't do anything stupid for God's sake. He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. Drop the gun, Ankita shouts. He throws it down onto the moss. As you lean to watch out, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. What's this thing he's supporting? I guess that's the sleeper that was mentioned? Huh. What are you up to here, Ashton, you sicko? She stands, keeping the sidearm train on his head. You ripped my ship mine for what? Some freakish experiment? Ashton approaches with shaking hands, his eyes now fixed on the connecting bundle of wires that Ankita still has hold of. Steady, Ankita, it isn't like that. I needed the ship mine, you have to understand. They would have died without it. What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mine and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now. She tightens her grip on the connection. Typical of you, Ankita. No curiosity. Ashton smiles shakily. That's why I never asked for it. For your help. You only look after yourself. He nods at you. That sleeper up there. They're just bait, right? To draw me out. Ankita sucks a breath in. Are you trying to give me more reasons to shoot you? I love them, Ankita. Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. I love them and they were going to die. I knew you would never understand that. He starts closing the gap between himself and Ankita now, slowly inching forward. Don't do that, Ashton, Ankita snarls. Don't do that. Let the wires go, Ankita. Let us go. If you don't get out of my way... He inches closer. Please. I can't let you take it, Ashton. Ankita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You left me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all that? I need it, Ankita. I need them to survive. Ashton is in reach of the sleeper now. Of Ankita. I'm going to take them now, Ankita. He raises a hand. I'm going to take the ship mine and go. Ankita loosens her grip on the connection a little. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot, another, another. You recoil back behind the edge as they ricochet around the inside of the drum, the sound deafening you. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding into the water, the red and the green. Ankita is standing at the center of the drum, the severed connection in her hand. The water drips endlessly, drip after drip after drip. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There's no sign of life, of humanity. They're just another broken object among other broken objects, while all around, living things grow and thrive. Ankita finally looks back at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something that might be sorry, but you are already gone. Okay, well... Is there really anything left for us here? We help her out. We gain our freedom. We're free of the hunters. What do we even do at this point? I don't know what to do at this point. No sign of Ankita anywhere either. So... Find Ashton, talk to Ankita what happened. Okay, let's see if I can track her down. Doesn't seem to be around this area anyway. Is she around here? I don't see anything. I do not see anything. That might have to wait until the next cycle. If there's even anything next cycle. So let's go ahead and rest. And see what we got. Alright. I think this video is gonna have to end here for now. I really don't know what to do. So I guess we'll find out next time what is left. But really there's only a few things left, I think, to do. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.